I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce the title of this game, and to save myself some embarrassment, I won't even attempt to. I can assume the title of this game is at least partially in German, considering all the text is written in German, but you don't need to speak a lick of German in order to play it. Outside of the language issues, this game was created using RPG Maker 2003 and was completed back in 2008. Seeing as this game is a simple punch game, there wasn't any effort put into telling a story. All you need to know is you're a guy in an arena and are punching and kicking the circuit boards out of a robot in the name of relieving stress. This game is a simple punch game where you beat the target in submission with a variety of punches and kicks, but this system feels rather imperfect in my opinion since your choice of blows has no impact on which part will fall next, which is a bit disappointing in my opinion since it means there is no strategic significance in your choice of blows. In fact, this lack of strategy in combat reminds me of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's all about how quickly you can rain blows on your opponent than where you are hitting them. And on a final note, I'll have to admit the robot is rather weak in terms of its ability to take down the player. In fact, as long as you utilize a shield to block at least some of the robot's attacks, you'll have no problem taking down the robot. And since the robot always gives an obvious tell on when to raise your shield, you shouldn't have any trouble in defeating it consistently and repeatedly. Albeit, I will be nice enough to admit that it is possible to lose in this game if you completely ignore defense. While the game clearly utilizes custom graphics, it also feels highly sloppy and rushed in a lot of places. An obvious example is the crowd, which contains many copies of the same character. Sometimes they are placed practically on top of each other, which ruins the illusion of a diverse crowd. Another example of sloppiness pops up whenever you sidekick the robot after its head's been dislodged. If you pay attention to the robot, you'll notice it regains its arm on the side that isn't getting kicked. And on a final note, I question the coloring design of the robot itself. It doesn't really strike me as looking like a robot so much as a wooden training dummy from Naruto. The punching and kicking sound effects in this game, much like the music, is simply alright. There isn't anything mind-blowing to be found here, but there isn't anything wrong with the selections either, in my opinion. As a stress reliever, this game does alright for itself. But much like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, it loses its appeal rather quickly since there isn't enough here to make the game keep its edge after the first couple of rounds.